Hello, welcome to Bear Talk channel. I'm Bear, and today I'm gonna share a book review as a casual content for this channel. The book I'm going to share is something related to design, not direct related, but this is really helpful for us to have a better understanding of how people delivering and receiving message. And also it's about one of the biggest medium of the modern world, comics. I think many people already read many comics, but have you thought about the structure, the things behind, and also how it is as a medium to describe information, and people can learn the information from this medium? This is really deep discussion, a deep topic. But from this book, Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud, it's a great starting point for you to understand comics, especially if you read a lot of comics. If not, also it's really helpful because in this book, it's not about to mention those well-known comics works, but to reveal like some methodologies, how a cartoonist describe the information, deliver the message to the audience. This book was written in a comic format, so the book disguised itself really well. Like make it seems as a casual reading, but after you really read the book, you find, oh, this is really deep. This is what I found. I'm not going to share all the learnings that from this book because this will be really a lot. So from here, you can see some of my notes from reading this book and some of the screenshots from the digital version of this book. I want to share maybe a few things. Let's start with what is comic. So from Scott's point of view, comic is sequential art. So it should be like with one frame and the other and as a sequential flow. So it's defined by the primacy of sequences of images. And I think this is really a good point to differentiate this art form from the other. And again, you might see some comic format used in some other example, like the emergency guideline from the airplane. Yeah, it's something similar as a comic, and sequential is the key part. But what really make me interesting, what really I'm interesting is this part: iconic versus realistic. So we know that when we see the world, our eyesight, our sight is full of the complexity of the real world. And you can see all things in perspective, in depth, in color, in texture, right? But when we think of something in our head, normally it's simplified to dealing with the data, all the data. So our own image is as simple, as basic as cartoon in our mind. When we thought about ourselves, is something like this. So when you see a cartoon, you are seeing yourself. So this is really good. I love it. And that's why people love cartoon a lot. So you see a face of other people like this, right? And then you see yourself as this. I don't know if it makes sense for you, but seems it's really makes sense for me why people, especially kids, they love cartoon like this. Kids love cartoons as an identity for themselves, right? And the other part is world of icons. So currently we're living in a commercial world, and there are so many icons like this. So this one actually could be an icon. It's a bubble. It's a dialogue bubble. This is not a voice. This is actually an icon of the voice, like this one. Yep. And I think it's also quite good for us to understand how to deliver a message for a designer in a visual way. For me, I think sometimes if I create some icons to deliver some abstract concepts, that's really helpful to let people know how it works. Right. Okay. So another part is the big triangle from this book, and on the left is the reality. So this part is about the complexity of the reality of the illustration, and on the right it's become as simple as possible, and then it will become a simple round face. This is the triangle, and at the top is the picture plan that it will go to according to some style. And yeah, I don't know how to describe this one as a really good point, but yeah, let's see. This is the reality, this is the language. So on the top right, it could be just literature. So on the top left is the photo, right? So it's a combination of something we can connect other mediums. Right, I'm not sure if I described this correctly, but this is what I've learned. Again, I think if you want to learn more about this book, probably read this book, and then you can learn something relevant to medium, to graphic design, to visual. So yeah, that's the book, Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. I hope you like this video, and be sure to subscribe if you like it. I will see you in another one. Ciao.